Drake Bell, mi querido Drake. How you doing?
I'm great.
Oh, excellent. It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, it's great to see you again. Thank you for having me.
Last time I saw you was in La Máscara because I was your pal in La Máscara.
Yes, but I never got to see you because they're so secretive.
Yes, so secretly. Yes.
I didn't realize how I couldn't tell people I was in Mexico. I had the outfits that we had to wear to go in.
Crazy.
I mean, with the Darth Vader masks and no háblame and no like no me hablas and like it was it was crazy.
I was Little Bones, huesitos.
Yeah. I loved my character. I was Bebe Alien.
And how was it about the Spanish? Investigators talk a lot in Spanish.
Yeah.
Did you understand everything? Can you speak in that moment?
At that moment, my Spanish I was still honing it, getting it, but no, I mean some of it, you know, it was a little difficult, but we made it through.
Yes, you did great because I remember Baby Allen making a lot of sounds.
Yeah.
And after that, when everybody knows that was you, everybody said, "Okay, of course."
Yeah.
That's why.
Yep. I always just resorted to the things I didn't understand. I was like, oh, my translator's not working.
Have you ever do something like this?
No, that was the first time I'd ever done anything like a show like that. So it was definitely a new experience and really exciting.
Everybody in Mexico, and not just Mexico, Central America, and all the countries that saw this show, everybody was talking about you as well.
I had friends in the States that were like, because you can't tell anybody.
No, anybody.
You can't tell. You can't tell your mom. I mean, it's like because who knows? Maybe she'll say something to a friend and then she'll post it. You know,
Exactly.
They're so private about it.
Actually, there's an NDA that you need to sign.
Yeah, you can't tell anybody anything. And so I even had friends from the States saying, "What? I've been watching this La Máscara show and I had no idea. Why didn't you tell me? Like, I had no idea you were doing this." I'm like, I couldn't tell you.
It was tough about Spanish with all the crew too?
No. It's. I guess my level of Spanish is pretty okay to communicate and all of that. I think just when you're under the lights, you've got the mask on, the pressure, the judges are speaking very, very quickly. And so I'm kind of, like when I talk with my friends, they understand like, okay, I need to speak a little slower. And a lot of them are familiar with the word, like what I know. So they'll be like, when they explain something, they'll say, wait, okay. Oh, wait, you don't know that word. Okay. I can use this word. You know that. And so it's we kind of tailor it. So, because I'm still, estoy tomando clases, pero necesito aprender más.
¿Cuáles son tus palabras favoritas en español?
Oye, tranquilo, viejo.
Drake and Josh, okay. Yeah. Oye, tranquilo, viejo.
Yeah.
Do you used to speak in Spanish with somebody that you must speak in Spanish?
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of friends here that don't speak any English, and so whenever we're communicating, it's only Spanish. Yeah.
Wow, okay. Yeah. Have you ever think to live in Mexico?
I would love to live in Mexico. I mean, I especially the States right now, especially Los Angeles, where I lived, it's just not the same as it used to be. And whenever I'm out here and have to go home, I get depressed. I get sad. I'm just waiting for the next time that I can return here and spend more time because I just absolutely love it here. It's starting to become, I feel more at home when I'm here. I have more friends here because a lot of my friends from Los Angeles have moved to Florida, Texas, Louisiana. And so my relationship with them is on the phone anyway now. And so I was kind of one of the last few that actually stayed in LA. And now when I come here, I have more friends here than I do in LA. I have more things to do. And I find myself when I'm at home in LA just kind of sitting on my couch wondering when I'm going to return to Mexico.
Wow. What do you love about Mexican food, for example? Do you have a...
I mean,
a favorite one, a favorite dish.
That's hard. I mean, tacos al pastor.
Of course,
I could eat that every day. The enchiladas de Casa de Toño.
That's great. Yes.
If you guys want to give me a sponsorship deal, because I could eat that every day of my life. It's my
bar misil y Casa de Toño.
Yeah. Exacto. But no, I mean, the food out here is just unbelievable. And
have you ever tasted quesadillas?
Oh, sí.
Do you like quesadillas with queso?
Yeah, they have to. It's a quesadilla. I don't understand. It's in the name.
We're going to have a beautiful chat here.
Cool.
We're going to talk a lot of things. Actually, 2 days ago, I guess 1 day ago, being launched this documentary about silent on the set.
Yeah.
So it's very tough, and talk about a lot of different hard things that of course I want to ask you about all this stuff, because you are one of the main characters of this documentary. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about your new single that talks about not all your life, so the toughest moments of your life, is it?
Yeah. This I was approached about this documentary last year, right before actually I had gone into rehab, and I was just in a place in my life. I was kind of spiraling, and my mental state was I was in a bad place, and I was approached by this documentary, and I immediately turned it down and said, I'm not ready to talk about these things, these parts of my life. And I, shortly after that, I went into rehab, and it was a really interesting experience, because you think of rehab as, okay, well, I'm going to go someplace where I can't, put any toxic things in my body, and I'll get clean and I'll be sober, and then I'll come home and I'll be better. I didn't realize that, there's so much trauma therapy and one-on-one counseling and group therapy and
family
therapy and all of these things that you're dealing with, and for the, but doing it, facing it head on, completely clear and sober-minded. And so you're not able to, you really have to face these dark issues that you've been dealing with your whole life, but not knowing how to. Mm-hmm. And so I went through a lot of self-reflection and unearthing and digging up things that I've just held inside my whole life, and then feeling comfortable enough around people who, for the first time, were living similar situations, had similar experiences, and I finally felt comfortable to, you hear a story from someone else in group therapy, and you're like, oh, okay, I can talk about what happened to me, because you always feel so alone, and that no one's going to understand you, and everyone always says, reach out for help and ask for help, but when you're dealing with it all on your own, you feel like people aren't going to understand, or they're not going to get you, and they haven't had experiences like this, or situations in their life like me, and they won't understand me, or they'll judge me. But there I felt for the first time that, wow, these people, I'm around people that just want to see me get better and be healthy and start figuring out what it is that's driving me to do things that are so out of character for me, or trying to escape in unhealthy ways. And so it was really great. And then after I spent a lot of time in there, when I came out, I was approached by the documentary again, and was able to see it kind of through a different lens. And I felt, I've been sharing so much in rehab and really talking about these things, and maybe it is time to sit down and
talk about it
and tell my story.
I guess this stuff is really going to help to a lot of people, not just kids, parents too, to be aware about all these things that can happen. Congratulations, really, because I know, and I guess everybody know, it isn't easy to do something like this.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about this in the interview. And actually, 2 days ago was a trending topic about worldwide about quiet on set. So we're going to talk about, but